Final Fantasy VII Remake is such a fun and addicting game that I consider it as one of the best remakes done so far. You can jump right into it whether you're a longtime fan or a complete newbie to the series. I've been playing the game every day since I got it, and I still find out new things on every playthrough. So in this video, I'll share 7 things that I wish I knew earlier before I completed the game. For the first one on our list, did you know that the limit breaks and summon progress does not carry over from battle to battle? If you played the original and you're like me that saves the most powerful attacks for the boss fight, this is somewhat disappointing. You see, your limit gauge progress does not carry over to the next battle, so if you're planning to save it for the later tougher fights, don't even bother trying. Use it or lose it, buddy. The same thing goes for the summons. Summoning is a lot different from the OG game. Basically, the way it is now is if the battle is big enough for that particular summon you have equipped, you will get a purple summon bar on the right side of the screen. The criteria is different for each summon, and if you find out what triggers these summons, it'll be cool if you share it with everybody in the comment section. Now for the second thing on our list, did you know that you can use multiple items in between battles? As you may know, we can't use items from the main menu now. However, in between battles, we have this menu at the lower left corner of our screen. This is where we can use healing items and cure spells to top up the health of our party. And if you're like me that's been using potions one at a time, then you might have been annoyed at this menu too. I was almost done with my first playthrough when I noticed this function that says multi-use. So to do this, you just need to hold down L1 as you use items, so you don't have to keep going back to the item list. Cool thing about this is it works on cure spells too. So if you're like me that's been topping up health one potion at a time, you would definitely love to try this. Okay, next, did you know that there are certain cutscenes that allow you to set up your gear before the fight? There are some battles in the game that are back to back and are in between cutscenes. And for new players that doesn't have a lot of materia, we tend to swap out our best gear to whoever needs it based on our game's progress. There's been a couple of times that I ended up having no materia equipped on Barret because I had all of them equipped on Aerith. Little did I know that there are some cutscenes that have this teeny icon displayed. What it does is it allows you to set up your party gear and materia before the battle even starts. So my tip for you bots is don't be a pleb like me. Always be on the lookout for this button when you're watching cutscenes. You'll never know if a tough battle awaits after a breathtaking cutscene. Number 4 on our list is the shortcut for save and load menu. Some of you may know this already, but for people like me that scrolls down one by one until I reach the save option, this is an amazing find. I feel dumb for not knowing this right away. I like making multiple saves so I can revisit some cutscenes or side quests that I want to play again. And every time I had to save, I would scroll down manually until I get to that save option. So yeah, use this shortcut. It's cool, it saves a lot of time. You can do this by pressing triangle right after you open the main menu. Next up on our list is something that I am not proud of, but it's also a good thing to know that it's here. What I'm talking about is you can run away from fights. You do this by simply running away from the battle. I was so in love with the combat mechanics of the game that I was on my second playthrough when I discovered this. Whether you're rushing and don't have time for the lesser enemies, or the enemy is just too strong for your party, this is a feature that will come in handy especially in hard mode. And before we move on to the last 2 things on our list, now is a good time for you to hit like and subscribe to help grow the channel. And if you enjoy content like this, you can also check out these Final Fantasy VII videos. I'm gonna leave the links in the video description below. Alright, moving on to the next item, did you know that Cloud can counter ranged attacks? You see, Cloud's Punisher mode sacrifices mobility in exchange of powerful attacks. One cool feature of this mode is it can automatically counter melee attacks as long as you hold the block button. This is a very good tactic against human or grounded enemies. But you know, there's this one weakness of the Punisher mode, and that is it can't block or counter projectile attacks. And if you're wondering how to counter the said attacks, the secret lies within the Twin Stinger weapon, which is the final weapon for Cloud. Twin Stinger holds the counter stance ability that allows Cloud to counter melee or ranged attacks. If you master this ability, even the toughest enemies can now be staggered and pressured quickly. So if you don't have this learned yet, you better have Cloud equip the Twin Stinger and master counter stance to make him the perfect parry god. And now for the last item on our list. Did you know that there's a faster way to reload Overcharge as Barret? Overcharge is one of my favorite features in the game. However, this attack has a long charge time that can be shortened by pressing triangle multiple times. The thing is, the reload animation takes too long whenever you do it. And I'd rather have Barret fire a steady stream of bullets than having him reload most of the time. So yeah, most of you are probably like me that just waits for overcharge to reload on its own. And like I said, there's a faster way to do it. Notice how Barret reloads his gun after this normal attack. Did you also notice how the charge meter changed drastically after the attack? Okay, so what you want to do here is to press triangle the same time Barret reloads his gun after the normal attack, like this. This lets you fill up his ATB faster, and it even shortens the reload time for overcharge. So there you have it. Try doing this in between Barret's attacks and you'd want to put him in your party instead of Aerith. Just kidding. And that's it for this video, bots. Do you agree with this list? Did we miss anything? Let's talk about that in the comment section. And don't forget to smash like and click subscribe to help grow the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.